Spenny. Here we go, Spenny. Back like we never left. Dream it, believe it, become it.
Come on down. Yeah, Thomas just jumped in. Hello, first one in. What you say, my brother? Hopefully, Gary.
Is that you don't want me to rest?
Shut up about rest. I'll clap you. Don't take this thing about rest.
You don't want man to rest?
No, we don't.
We gotta keep the ball rolling.
We listen to me. We owe too many people. My brother from another mother, Bobby Wrights, has jumped on.
Come on.
DMB's just jumped in. Thank you very much. Evening to you as well. Damien, Charles, evening. Jensen, evening back to you, Mr. Charles. Like, I have to put on my glasses because you know what? I couldn't read the thing before it just looked blurry. Right?
yeah. That's old age, Gov.
That's right.
Bro, did you read the YouTube comment when he said, I see the young guy dodge the question? Did you see that? Yeah, you know what they're talking about.
If I take this, if I look like a young kid, you know what I mean? But you know how it goes. When your missus tells you, like, keep the beard, I know them tricks. You don't want young girls looking at me.
Yeah. We know them, but we're from the ends.
Right. MK, best boxing show on YouTube. Let's go. Since Batman and Robin.
That's correct. Knowledge currency says to this day. Big baby.
Ooh, that's a good one there. You know what I mean? Volume on Max. Big Baby Miller being trained by Kevin Cunningham Fords. Supposedly he's looking to be in a big fight, taking the nemesis role. And I could see that he has to take that role because that's the role that he's going to take. Sam Henry is saying Lennox Lewis would have KO'd Tyson Fury. I agree.
No comment.
No, that's your business. I agree. You know why I agree? I'm going to tell you why I agree. Speak to Tyson Fury's father, John Fury. John Fury said to me in conversation that I don't know why Lennox Lewis is showing us so much hate because we love Lennox and we believe, and he said, and Lennox is the best ever. He'd have beaten my son, but he's the only one. That's his talk. So therefore, and 2 months ago, while Tunde was doing his study, he said, right, send me the best fights to send. I'm sending him a collage of fights for him to go and sit down and study. And he come back and said, you know what? Lennox is a bad man. He'd beating everybody. So that's what Tunde Ajayi saying that. So if he's saying he's beating everybody, I'm putting Tyson Fury in that as well. I'm not putting words in his mouth. I'm just going by what he said. End of story.
Okay. Well, I'm not going
to... Wait there. Volume on Michael Hunter beats Tyson Fury. Styles make fights. Michael Hunter ain't beating nothing.
I'll be honest with you.
I want you to lie.
I'll be honest with you. After Saturday's performance, I can't see much people even testing
testing what?
Because that performance was befitting of an all-time great performance. It was serious. And then what's this? Ronin 7x9 says Fury was in worse shape compared with the second fight. Lacked some sharpness. The 18 months fighters. Wait, Spence. Wait. The 18 months hurt both fighters, but Wilder had no business coming in at 240, but it did help him absorb Fury's punches. Now, I'll let you answer that first, Spence.
Listen to me. When you're talking about this supposed not in shape, yeah?
Rubbish.
Nonsense. You can't fight that pace if you're not in shape.
You can't absorb a fourth round punch what shook the jelly in his body and get back up and do what that man did if you weren't in shape. Nonsense.
Right. The guy was in shape. Period.
Good shape. And, you know, he had the best nutritionist about right now. You know, these guys are working with the McGregors and all these top UFC, man. They was making sure Tyson was eating 5 good meals, healthy meals a day. It was all monitored. Tyson had the best in the business. So
listen to me. Tyson Fury was sorry. Someone I'm gonna come back to this one. Someone's calling me a Deontay Wilder hater, right? Right. What's his name? Grim. Where is he? I can see it on there.
A Deontay Wilder hater. Wow.
Yeah, he's put me up here. Here he is. 804. 804. He says Spencer is a Deontay Wilder hater. Jealousy runs deep. Listen to me. In order to be jealous of somebody, they have to have something that you want. There is nothing that Deontay Wilder has that I want. But this is what I've noticed. When you're dealing with somebody who knows boxing history on another level, it's spooky, the things that I know.
Okay, I see. Oh, no, wait. Let me put this thing
Right, cool. Read that there, Tun.
Gurmazion says Spencer Fearon is a Deontay Wilder hater. The jealousy runs deep.
Right. now I'm gonna answer that. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, yes. And I know that by looking at how your Gurmazion or whatever your blinking name is, you must be an American. Are you part of the Lions Den boxing community as well? Let me just answer this now. In order to be jealous of someone, they have to have something that you want. Yeah? And even if someone's got something that you want, then you can go work for it, you can go get it. There's nothing that Deontay Wilder has that I want. I wouldn't even want his punching power. Now, if you go out and you tell the truth about someone, like I'm saying, technically, is useless. Right? That don't make you a hater. Number one. Number two, I ain't done. Number two, I've come at Deontay Wilder on numerous occasions. Reason why? Because I'm from Great Britain. So I'm going to back the man's them. So Tyson Fury is one of the man's them because we share cultural identity when it comes to genres in music, fighters that we like. Just before Tyson Fury went into the Klitschko fight, me and him sat down for the whole day at Sky. The whole day. It was just me and him just rocking. I was dropping him dub plates that he was using in the head-to-head. Gloves are off. Tyson Fury earned my respect because the man knows boxing history. Like I said, travelers are born with boxing gloves when they come out the womb. Yeah? So when we're talking boxing, he's giving me that as, yeah, you're the guy, you know. I'm saluting you because, yeah, we're talking this thing. That's number two. Number three is Deontay Wilder talks so much gas that you man in America, no, I'm being real, you man in America will just buy it because you're holding on to this thing of, he's representing us and he's a black champion. Let me tell you this. Culture has nothing to do with skin tone. Culture is, right, nothing to do with it. Culture is where you have an assimile and you assimilate to somebody who shares the same ideals as you. That is culture.
Come on, do the thing. Bro,
my thing,
because I would have pressed the button.
Right. My thing is that I'm respecting man like Tyson Fury because he respects the culture. Hence why he can be on side. Go look when he knocked down Deontay Wilder. When have you seen a 6'9" man roll a right hand and come back with his own right hand? That's the man that respects the culture.
Boom. Oh,
that right hand was powerful as well.
Powerful. You hear it go back.
Right. So therefore, I respect.
The thing. Oh no! Wait, Spencer. Wait. Right. You know the dance. Right. You know I still love dance.
Yeah.
Bro, do the thing, bro.
Right. So I respect man who respect the culture. Dillian Whyte respects the culture. Reason why? Because he's learning boxing. Right? Andy Joshua right now is respecting the culture because he's going to learn boxing. Don't think that them man don't listen to the thing. You saw already when Tyson Fury's retweeting up our thing. Right. So spare me this foolishness because I've noticed that anybody says anything critical at somebody, they're a hater. Instead of this how dummy is, he'll rather listen to stupid man like you, gas him up, instead of man who's telling him the rules. So he said, bro, maybe the brother's got a point, you know. I'm gonna go take away. What? Do you think I haven't fallen out with Dillian Whyte when I dropped certain things? What? Me and Dillian Whyte never speak for 6-7 months. But at the end of the day, at the end of this, we have to respect Dillian Whyte as a man because he come back and says, you know what, you said such and such about me. You know what, you was right, you know. I have to salute that. Because a man, I'm not saying it to try and demoralize nobody or all the rest of it. But what I am demoralizing is all you little fanboys who are gassing up Deontay Wilder so he will not accept the truth. And if you do not accept the truth, you cannot grow. And if you can't grow, you can't get better. And if you can't get better, you're going to stay where you are. And when you stay where you are, you saw what happened on the weekend. And no matter how much heart you showed and demonstrated, the same result's going to happen. I've done my talk on that one. Let's move on.
Shinike. Press the button. Bro, don't come. Yeah, bro. I keep telling you people, when you're dealing with the knowledge and the done Tunde Ajayi, bro, you can't just be ordinary. You have to be extraordinary. You have to be able to elaborate on what you're saying. You can't just talk emptiness, because we will definitely 100% come back with an answer. And I think Spencer Fearon has answered your question. You can continue calling him a hater, but I think he just answered. Spencer Fearon is not a puppet. He's not biased, as Gamazion called him. I would like to know where you're from, Gamazion, but I know you're from the States. I 100% know you're from the States. Anyway, we ain't got time for it. You're lucky I ain't blocking you, but it's good. Sometimes you have to let these people get their point across just so that we can get our point across. Anyway, the subject is where does Deontay
want to
go from here? But anyway, we're still reading questions because we're only into the first 10 minutes of this. Hold tight, 150 people on the live. Please press the like and subscribe button and show us that love. Gamazion's fairy cheats. Was it fairy cheats, white cheats, Billy Joe cheats, Canelo cheats? It's boxing way. Okay. Amari Mafalulu is just beginning. He's just begging for attention because his boyfriend lost. Come on, anyway. Fury is the greatest boxer of this generation, says Freedom Fighter. Wilder got hit in the face all fight and still just stood there like he was drunk. I'm convinced. And you know what, Prince Teddy is one of the things I was saying. This guy didn't block one right hand.
He did block it. He
with his face.
With his face. He blocked the shots with his face, then.
Listen, and you can't just keep on taking them kind of shots from the Gypsy King. Anyway,
no, you can't. You know what I mean?
People do not know. Arash Boxing says people do not know the difference between constructive criticism and just hating. Spencer knows what he's saying. Echo that, sir. Spencer firing bullets.
This was Gremlination, man. Don't give me no more energy, man.
Gremlination.
Damn idiot.
All right. Yeah, let me get that comment off. Come off with the thing, man. Zachariah Khan says Deontay Wilder's legs were too skinny for Fury. Well, if you watch the breakdown, is one of the things I actually said. You know, the first time I actually met Deontay, I was just the frame of the man is massive, but when you look at his legs, he really, really has no legs, and that played into Tyson Fury's hands because when Tyson Fury was leaning on me, see that little leaning thing, that
thing at your legs.
That thing paid dividends on Saturday night because you saw Deontay was all over the place. He kept on dropping on the floor, getting up. And remember, every time you get up from the ring, you're expending energy. So it was just a rough night for Deontay, and it wasn't a good look from the start. Anyway, Kia, Spencer, or Pookie, and we have news on that. Let me just say that our lawyer has been in touch with us. The contract is being written up. It will be ready tomorrow morning. Spencer Fearon v. Pookie. You will be getting the email. So Pookie, step up to the plate because we're offering you a sizable amount. You probably ain't never earned this amount of money in your life. We put up the money. Stamina for Souls put up the money. Our lawyers are going to send the contract to you for the contest. So now it's down to you. So all the time you're talking about fighting man on cobblers, Spencer explained it to me. You're talking about fighting man on cobblers and all that nonsense. We're saying, no, we're professional men. So we'll swing it out in a ring. So the contract is on the way to you tomorrow, and we'll wait for your response. So Spence, get ready. Spencer Fearon v. Pookie, and it will be on pay-per-view. And I know people are paying to see this contest.
Of course they are. Big up Alexander Wilson. Put him up there for the $5. Put Alexander Wilson up on the screen, Ton.
Thank you very much, Alexander. Why isn't it going up on the screen? Wait there. What's going on here? I don't know why it's not going up. That's why we need Gary around here. But Alexander Wilson, let me, let me just thank you for the $5 donation. Alexander Wilson says, after Usyk beats AJ again, wow, forecast in the future, AJ and Wilder needs to happen. That fight is still a big money fight, a big money maker. Keep up the good work, lads. Boom. Spence, what do you have to say about that?
That
after Usyk beats AJ, AJ against Wilder needs to happen. It's still a good fight. It's still a big money fight.
It's a massive fight. And you know what? AJ Wilder should happen in Nigeria.
That'd be
it should happen in Nigeria, right? Because there is a lot of money in that country. I just come up on the screen. Who's put it on the screen? You put it up on the screen?
Or no, this is another one. Yeah, but for some reason, Alexander's not working.
Yeah, sorry, Alexander, you couldn't come up, but
yeah, talk about the
AJ Wilder. AJ Wilder would still be a good fight. No, in fact, AJ Wilder would be an excellent fight.
Yes.
And the thing is, we're actually looking at what Deontay Wilder can do now and where he's gonna go and all the rest of it. That would be a great fight for him, simply because two guys can punch, right? Two guys can fight. They can fight. Deontay Wilder proved that he can fight, and two men both have bowl. So that's the thing that that fight's a definite. There's so many fights there for Wilder right now. There's so many fights. There's the Dillian White fight that's there. There's the Usyk fight that's there. There are fights there for him. Right? Yes. There's a Josie Parker fight there for him, even though them two are really good friends. But there's a Josie Parker fight there for him as well. There are really good fights there. So we can't turn around and say, like...
Spence, remember, there's a timer. So you can't keep on elaborating too much on the thing. Because we have to read out the other guys who have
cool. Jump.
But yeah, you did say they are great fights. It was all a dream. Thank you for the donation of £5. He said his top 5 is 1 Fury. No. Yeah, 1 Fury, 2 White, 3 Wilder, 4 Joyce, 5 Usyk. Who do you guys think? Bless up. Watch your watch along gave us jokes. So who do you think? Who's your top 5, Spence? Hold on. So what are you telling me? No AJ in that? Nah, disrespect. No, that's disrespect. That's disrespect. He's saying Fury.
No, because you know what? How can no, it was all a dream. It's your opinion. You can't have Usyk at number 5. No, you can't have Joyce above Usyk.
No,
because Joyce hasn't beaten Andy Joshua.
No.
Period. Joyce hasn't beaten Andy Joshua. Usyk went out because before, if he'd have done this range, most probably had Fury 1, Joshua 2. Wilder 3, Dillian White 4.
4, yes.
Right? Most probably. Usyk's just come, unified the cruiserweight title in a 4-belt reign now. There's 4-belt era. Right? So he's defeated 3 other champions after he won his first world title.
Quickly before this run out, Nick Hammer, thank you for the £5. Thanks for all the content lately, lads. Big up. And then carry on.
Yeah, so you can't have Usyk that low. I've got Fury 1, Usyk 2, Dillian White 3, Wilder 4, Joyce 5. That's how I've got it.
Yes, sir. Yours truly, he says, big up Tunde and Mr. Knowledge, always loving the show, the content. Wilder versus AJ in Nigeria, Rumble in the Jungle 2. What do you think?
I just said it, so it's like you read my mind, my brother. Yes, definitely, because I want to travel to Nigeria with my brother from another mother, Baba Tunde Ajayi, and I want to live life out there and get some presidential treatment.
Trust me, and I got my green passport last year, so no more visa business for me.
Right, exactly. So that's what I'm going to go do.
And there is Alexander Wilson's comment. I told you I'll get you up. I knew I was searching how I'm going to get him up because it's kind of unfair that he's donated and he can't see his name up on the screen.
He says, after Usyk beats AJ again, AJ and Wilder needs to happen. That fight is still a big money maker. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. We are going to keep up the good work because you, man, give us energy. And the thing about it is this. All this show is doing is making Tunde become a better trainer. All this show is doing is making me become a better historian and a better analytical person because I'm hearing what you guys are saying and it raises your game. You guys are raising our game. So our successes are your successes because even when their man talk negative comments, it balances up to be positive. So it's all good.
Hence why Spencer's got me here on a Monday evening.
That's right.
When I just been in the gym for 5 hours with AY.
Listen, what does he want, a medal?
No, I need a medal. I need a medal because AY did. Anyway, it's all good. All work is good work.
Yeah, all work is good work.
The harder you work, the luckier you get.
Exactly.
And that's what I believe.
Exactly.
Anyway,
I just in from It Was All a Dream. Right. And he says, if you can put that up.
Say that again.
He's back in his talk why he hasn't got AJ up that much. He goes, because I've never rated AJ. He should have listened to you and surrounded himself with boxing people sooner. Fury, White, and Wilder have no quit. Ooh, Tunde, what do you think about that one, son?
Let me just read that again. It was all a dream. He said, because I never rated AJ, he should have listened to you and surrounded himself with boxing people sooner. Fury, White, and Wilder have no quit. I can't really say that. I can't really say Joshua has quit in him. I can't. That's just unfair. And I think it's a wrong statement to say AJ has quit in him. Because a man fought a wrong game plan, why must we now turn around and say that he's got quit in him? Spence?
Why? Because I didn't say he got quit in him.
No. But I'm saying, I'm just saying. I don't feel.
Elaborating on that.
Yeah,
because All the Dream must believe that how he gave up his titles against Usyk.
No, but to me.
No. I'm just saying maybe that's what he's thinking.
Yeah. I get it.
One thing I've got with Andy Joshua's not a quitter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was all a dream. You can't really. That's just a harsh statement, in my opinion. I just believe that AJ. I know Frankie Blue Eye says, "Come on, bruv, he's a two-time world champion. What's all this talk about? He's still learning." Frank Ward don't play no games, but the thing is that he is still learning, and he is, going or encountering situations that he ordinarily would have had if he was an amateur for longer. So, and again, both me and you said it off camera, Spence. This man has to deal with an immense amount of pressure. Daily.
The pressure that Anthony Joshua is under, right? And every day I'm learning more. The pressure that he is under and the stipulations and certain things for contracts and appeasing his sponsors. Remember, right? It's on another level.
This is why Floyd never had no sponsors. His whole career.
Right, Floyd was smart. Right, was his son is hot raw. Put that up because it's come off my screen piece here.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it on the. Oh, there you go. Son is hot raw says, yes, fellas. Do you think there's any merit to what Deontay's ex-trainer, the one who he fired, said about him not listening to instructions, which possibly led to his defeat weekend gone? Spence?
Mark Breland said on The Fight Is Right a few months ago in an exclusive because he's not done no interviews since.
At all.
What we just got there was gold dust, right? What Mark Breland said is that he wouldn't listen. We tried to show him things and he wouldn't listen, right?
He actually said he didn't even hit a heavy bag.
Okay. Well, I'm saying with Deontay Wilder, for this camp, he actually listened. Deontay Wilder actually tried to administer the things of instructions which were given to him from Malik Scott. But what happens is this. When you get nearly 20 stones clap you right and in your head, you know what you're going to do? It takes a very, very disciplined human being to stick to the game plan.
Yes.
You're getting clapped and you're saying, well, I'm not taking this because... And then he's got all of that pent-up aggression as well. And also, Raw, thank you for the £10 donation. And also, when you revert back to type, you revert the old style in your first 2 fights, you come second best. Yes. So why would you revert to type knowing that that's not going to work? Stick to the game plan. But it's hard to stick to the game plan when you have a man that's grown up in boxing. And that's the difference. Like I said, Deontay Wilder's story in the game is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, you walk in the gym, beautiful. And in 3 years, you're going to the Olympics and win a bronze medal? All right, then. Fantastic. You weren't going to turn pro, but you needed money to look after your daughter who had spina bifida. Incredible story. Do you know what I mean? You have lived it. You're a multi-millionaire right now. So maybe, listen, certain men turn pro for a certain reason. Certain men turn pro because they want the adulation. Certain men turn pro. You turn pro for basically for financial aids to look after your family. Bro, the ends are meeting like a mofo right now. You're good. So maybe the desire isn't really there, but because you got so much man who are behind you from the ends and they're depending on you, because yeah, you do speak about certain political topics that other people are not speaking on. I commend you for that. But because you may be seeing this pressure that you have to be a certain way, when all you really got to be is yourself.
Come on.
Next question.
There's so much of them. Flex Kid said no one else in the division can beat Wilder. Well, I'm sure there's a few people that have something to say about that. Usyk, White, Chisora would have a good goal. I'm telling you that for free. If you offered Derek Chisora that Wilder fight, he would jump at that like no one's business. It's always going to be a danger because Derek takes shots.
All right, Kid Flex says, can you guys name anyone besides Blinky Pink, isn't it? Anyone besides Tyson Fury who could beat Deontay Wilder?
Come on, man. Listen, that's kind of a silly question because we won't really know. In fact, we actually don't know the damage those two hellacious whoopings.
So it's not too hellacious now. I don't like his ears were bleeding in the last fight.
In the second one. So when a man's having 2 fights bleeding out of his ear twice, this is damage. This is internal damage that's going on. And I can't even say that Fury was actually aiming for his ear. But what happens is when the right hand comes in Deontay's direction, he turns all the time and Fury's hitting down.
Yep.
You see the forearm?
Yep. Huh.
You see the forearm? That's the forearm that broke you up.
Tunde, you punk. That right, I was big because you're not married.
See that forearm? That's the forearm.
Tunde, that forearm's big because you're wanking.
What are you saying, bro? You can't say that. You can't say that on TV. What's the matter with you?
Shut up.
Bro, the people heard it, Spencer. Don't try to palm it off. The people heard it. But we can see laughing faces in a minute.
Hey, what? Nick Harmer, my guy. There was 740 people in the chats. Smash the like button before you type. Support the channel. 100 thumbs up and thumbs up to you, my brother.
Man said that's a COVID forearm. I'm getting joke already. Alexander Wilson again. He said, I was really impressed by Frank Sanchez. He's going to give anyone problem. Thoughts. Also, I sent in a second super chat that is not on this one. Let me see. I was really impressed. I saw that one. I'm not sure. I'll look for that, Spence. But what did you feel on
listen,
Frank Sanchez?
Frank Sanchez, box.
Thank you, All Seasons Finance, for the $5 as well.
Yeah, big up All Seasons Finance. All Seasons, if you could DM us on Stamina for Sales page, because I know you work in the finance thing. Hopefully it's in the UK and we can support your thing. All right? I'm saying Frank Sanchez, very, very clever fighter. I weren't that impressed with him. I watched him a couple of times. I wasn't that impressed with him. But I know Ajagba's serious. And he made Ajagba look like nothing. But Ajagba really does look Nigerian how he fights, you know. He does. Because how he boxes like a Nigerian military man. You know the man in the militaries, and they box tight. Yes, I'm going to punch you. Watch this. I'm going to punch you. Right. So yeah.
But yeah, Frank Sanchez was a good
fight, man. Very skilled. And he's going to give man trouble.
He's definitely
he's a thinker.
Definitely one to look out for, one to watch, because and he's in Canelo's camp, so obviously he's learning from the best as well daily. Smart Money 101 TV said Wilder is done. Good guys, good memories, but it's over now. Do you guys think he can come back? Honestly.
And I honestly do believe that Deontay Wilder can come back. Listen. The aim of the game in boxing is called prize fighting. You know what the prize is? The prize is financial rewards. If not, fighters would stay amateur. And even amateur boxers get rewarded now. And amateur boxer comes from the Latin of amit, which means for the love of. So professional boxing is for the love of the money. Right? But then you get certain men there that can be disciplined enough. Once they've got the money, they still want to carry on, and they still want to continue doing what they're doing to carry on and going up and up and up and up. Now, I'm saying I believe that Deontay Wilder can come back. And the reason being, the intensity that he put in that fight, even though he could be damaged goods, right? He needs a rest. He needs a proper rest. He needs a proper rest. Be away from boxing for time being. Don't try to rush back and say, I need to do this, need to do that. Be on a rest, be away from boxing, chill with your beautiful family, eat some good food, eat some more grits and whatever they eat up in Alabama. Was it gumbo and stuff like that, right? And have a rest. And then after about 2 months, after he's gone and maybe go jet set, go fly around the whole place, and after 2 months, then I would say for him to sit down and watch old great fighters for another 2 months, constantly. Even when you're not doing nothing, have black and white fights on the TV. Listen to the broadcasting. Listen to the commentators. Listen to interviews of fighters before they was going into fights. Listen to all of those kind of things, so then it becomes very cerebral to you. And it becomes like second nature to you. And then your second nature, your second nature becomes your first nature, till it becomes your first nature, then it becomes your nature that you do it naturally. Right? That's what I believe that he should do. And then go back and he should stay with Malik Scott, because I think Malik Scott is very good for him. I think there's an understanding, there's a mutual respect. And not only that, but Malik Scott's not no hype guy neither. You know what I mean? He's very real. And go back, continue to work on things, and go and have fights. Go get some fringe contender guys to go fight and punch up, and then just keep it moving from there. That's what I believe they should do.
Interesting. Great answer, Spence. I'm just seeing. Big up 938 people in the chat. Please press the like and subscribe button. Someone said Ajagba was just a prospect. Military man, that was way too much. Spencer, Pookie, someone talking about Spooky. Mr. Why? Okay. These there's so many questions coming in so rapidly.
Well, there are many questions, but you want to pay some super chat money, mate. You're sending the question. They don't free this right here, bro.
Wilder better add leg day to his trading and wake his butt up and run in the mornings. That I'm not saying about the leg day, but if he ain't running, which you know what? We need to find out. We need to find out what kind of training he's doing. But we know you got to run. Running is essential. Muhammad Ali.
Imperative.
There's videos with Muhammad Ali talking about this thing. Sugar Ray Leonard talking about this thing.
Ray Robinson.
Running is an essential part of a boxer's toolkit. So if he ain't running, and a lot of people, I think it's Vladimir Klitschko who started gassing up these people saying that he don't run and he swim.
Listen, that's a lie. He was saying that to opponents to think, right, maybe he's into something, and they stopped running.
Yeah. Trust me.
He was running. I'm telling you this now. He was running. About he don't run. Man trying to take my eat it.
Wilder got hard in the ring. Then fight stops and Wilder starts talking again about weird glove conspiracies. Have you heard that, Spence? Again?
I haven't heard no weird glove conspiracy. What I've heard is about Tyson Fury on steroids.
Yeah.
I've heard the Tyson Fury on steroids. Now they're going on about the long count. They're talking about some long count. When Tyson Fury got dropped in round 4, they're talking about a long count, which I think is absolutely ludicrous. Because they talk about his long count, yeah? The referee counts, right? The referee counts, and you're going by what the referee's counting. So if the referee said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you'd have got up at 8. If the referee went 1, 2, 3, and went up to 8, you'd have got up at 8. Tyson Fury knows the thing. Do you know what I mean? Because it's not like he got clapped, boom, and then he walked back up and he heard 8, 9. No, he got knocked down. He was in full control of himself when he got knocked down. He's like, all right, you got me. Oh, suck it up, and he got up. So regardless of whether like people are clutching at straws. Even Andre Ward, when he was doing the telecast with Lennox Lewis, he said, the fight was the fight. The knockdown, they counted too quickly. See, Son is hot, raw. £20 donation on the thing. My brother, we love you. He's saying, you guys think Deontay's muscles was a disadvantage because we know that the muscle burns through oxygen and glycogen fast, and Fury's extra weight is actually an advantage, not just for force, but for glycogen reserves, meaning energy. And you know what? I agree with you. But I think what in Deontay Wilder's mind was, listen, man, I'm bench pressing 350 pounds, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to need that to be strong so I can, when Tyson Fury's trying to...
Can I just say something? When he was bench pressing the 350 pounds, he was on his back. And guess what?
Yeah.
He ended up on his back.
Yeah.
So another thing about this bench press thing, just because you're bench pressing 350, you're not benching it standing up. You're benching it in a horizontal position and you have to lift up. So I don't see how that is going to actually benefit someone. Listen, he did legitimately, before he was benching 350, he put down Tyson Fury legitimately in the first fight twice.
Wait, did you see the time when he bench pressed Fury, he come off like he was drunk? Did you see that video?
Yeah, I see the video. I see the video. So I don't know. I'll be honest with you. From that performance, I would say the extra weight was actually an advantage. I know I hear people talking about it was a disadvantage, but Deontay performed the best I've ever seen him. He just didn't really do anything much different other than put up a great fight to beat Tyson. That's all it is. That's all it is. I don't think that he actually done that bad, even with the added muscle. Spence?
Well, I think that Deontay Wilder, he looked like some He-Man, Hercules man in the ring.
He did look very big.
He looked very big, and I think. But weights is an illusion because it does give you fake confidence. When you do weights, you feel like, I mean, you're walking around like Ken Norton, right? But when you're dealing with artistry, the weights can't help you. You know what I mean? The weights can't help you. But you know what?
I actually think Wilder, I'm just looking at Bane Clandestine. He said exactly, fam. In the first fight, Wilder hurt Tyson bad. And I'm telling you, in that first fight, he hurt Tyson way worse than he did in this fight.
Worse.
Way worse. He had Breland in the corner. He had Breland in the corner.
What about this Breland thing? Like, he had Breland in the corner, yeah? Breland, by his own admission, was on the show, said, my man don't listen to him. He don't listen to nobody.
Thank you, Carl McFarlane, for the £5 donation. We appreciate you, brother. I mean, What now for Deontay Spence?
Like I said, I think he needs a rest, time to regroup. And there's some decent fights out there for him. But because of where he's at, it's going to be hard for him to come and like take some tune-up fights. Because he's going to think, right, I just want to be in big money fights. And
but he can be forgiven for taking tune-up fights if he wants.
Of course he would be greatly forgiven. And I think that's what he should do.
Bang Meteo says he needs to retire. He needs to retire. Too much damage at the age of 37 years old. Bro, Holyfield, that man that was taking damage way older than that.
Well, I don't think he should retire.
No.
Like I said, I just think he needs to rest and regroup. That's what's next for Deontay Wilder. A rest. Don't talk boxing with no one. We know, we know, you like to smoke the high grade. Go rest.
Does he weed?
Yeah, of course he does. Right?
Oh, wow.
Right. Go put up. Let's go rest. Let's go and rest. That's what you need to go do.
Nas A says, what's your thoughts on Wilder fighting Andy Ruiz next? That can be an easy fight to make, regardless of skill. I feel Wilder will always be entertainment. And I think that's actually a good fight.
It is a good fight for him.
I think that's a great fight for him.
Because you see Andy Ruiz and Christian Arreola. Andy Ruiz don't want to fight no more.
Ah, man.
You know what I mean? Andy Ruiz is rich now. He don't care, bro. Yeah, he's rich. He don't care no more. Andy Ruiz got so much money that he can buy all the burritos he wants. He's good. I mean, he's good. He's good.
You would be damaged if you're getting hit by padded knuckles. But people got to stop this nonsense talk.
Put that one out. Let me just go deal with that. Thank you very much for the £5 donation. Now, yeah. What's he saying?
You would be damaged if you was getting hit by padded knuckles.
I know you're some Hebrew Israelite man out in America, right? I just know it is. I just see the unk up there. I like some Yameta. I know Yahweh. I know, definitely. Listen, padded knuckles. Listen.
Hold on. Before you answer that question, Spence, are we aware that the commission is in the changing room when fighters are getting wrapped up, when gloves are being put on? The trainers from the opposite teams are in the dressing room. What I just don't understand where this nonsense is coming from. Are you so blinded that you can't see this?
You know why? You know why? Yah Meta, like as in Yahweh, meaning God. That same unk that you got on your thing is blinding your eyes, bro. You need to remove it.
You need a new one, brethren.
You need a new one. Get rid of that unk, that unk run out.
Come on, man. Stop making excuses. And, he just got beaten by the better man. That's how I break it down. I don't blame the weight. I don't blame the fact that he had extra muscles. I don't blame none of that. I just say you got beaten by the better man. Just like AJ got beaten by the better man on that night. And Fury's done it 3 times. Let's get that right.
Simple. Bobby Wright, my brother from another mother. Thank you for the $8.99 super chat. Yeah, I mean,
I can't get that up. Yeah, of course I can, mate. Big up Bobby Wright. Won't let me round it up to a tenner. This is nonsense about the gloves, steroids. Get in the real world. Bobby says, get in the real world.
And I'll be pressing the button for Bobby right now because Bobby's talking the real thing. Yeah, I mean, you can't be to like get into like this, all of these nonsense excuses. And I know it's something coming from a certain set of people. Just take it for what it is. You got beaten by the better man, right? And you have to get better and not bitter. So all of these men are mashing up Deontay Wilder's career by talking all of this foolishness. I don't hear no one make. Listen, when AJ lost to Ruiz, I never hear him make no excuses,
At all.
I never hear him make no exexcuses.
Even
remember when his dad. No, but I'm talking about the thing he lost because as far as I'm concerned, that loss was worse than the Usyk loss, right?
Yes.
Because he got stopped, right? And AJ's dad was gonna punch up Eddie Hearn. You swear me, real Nigel start coming at the dad. And what did AJ say? No, Dad, it
Man.
was me. It was me.
Yes.
Blame me. It was my fault. That's a man. Because if I was AJ, I'd have blamed Eddie Hearn as well. I'm punching his mouth. But I'll say to you.
yeah.
Right? But that's a
Hey,
man.
Listen, man, don't come in there and start trying to sell cryptocurrency. This ain't that channel. So if I keep on seeing all this buy Dogecoin and all these, I'm going to block you. Don't try to use our tickets.
Try to block it straight away about crypto. I mean, if you're coming on there, give me some crypto to go put in my pocket.
Yeah. If you want us to promote crypto, but anyway,
you take cryptocurrency now. Put some Bitcoin in the thing.
Yeah.
Why not my blood pressure?
Bloody cheek. Go on. Anyway, go on, Spence.
Yeah, I'm saying like, take whatever goes wrong. It's your responsibility. Take it as your responsibility. Just take it and done. Don't make no excuses. Because you know what? People don't care. People now in the world that we live in now, we like to hear of the excuses so we can laugh and we use it as your demise. Because the amount of memes that I'm seeing going out on Deontay Wilder, I'm not buying them because I'm not even laughing at them because like it takes a man to climb in that ring. So who am I to go laugh at some man's demise like I'm getting off on it? Because my life's not shit. My life's excellent. So therefore, I don't need to laugh at no one's demise and say, right, these people are taking liberties. They're taking liberties. You know what I mean?
Good question there, Spence.
Go on.
Spence, Mr. Knowledge, has there ever been a time you know of when a commission has actually helped a fight to cheat for a fight? Maybe help a fight?
No, never. No. I've never known of a commission that's helped a fighter to cheat. Because if that was the case, that commission wouldn't be running anymore. But what I do know is that commissions who have turned a blind eye. You know what I mean? Which I don't even want to give the commissions any credence. But we've seen certain things happen recently with certain fighters that are working with Eddie Reynoso, right? So it is what it is.
Do we still want to see AJ against Wilder though? Do we want to see that fight?
Yes, of course.
And is that a fight that is still marketable and can still work?
Tunde, I'm telling you, bring that fight to Nigeria. Bring that fight to Nigeria and we'll see. Yes, Dylan, thank you very much for...
Oh, Dylan, no, let me get that up. Dylan. Where are you going? Yes. AJ has been gun-shy since he got touched by Ruiz. Forget stay humble. He's going to have to turn savage to have a chance of beating Usyk in the rematch. Thank you, Dylan, for the £5. Appreciate it, bro. What do you think? What do you have to say about that, Spence?
I don't think that he's gun-shy at all. You know what I mean? I don't think that he's gun-shy. Well, I think he's become more apprehensive that we could say he's gun-shy. I don't think he's gun. Like I said, we said earlier, I just believe that the guy's under an immense amount of pressure. An immense amount of pressure. And that pressure can sometimes... He's got to be this kissing babies AJ for the public persona. Do you really think that AJ never want to punch Big Baby Miller in his face when he tried to confront him at the press conference when he was in America? You think they didn't want to attack him? You think that certain times that AJ goes to press conferences, he doesn't just want to turn over the table like Derek Chisora? But he has this corporate side of him that he's saying, well, I've got to appease that corporate side as well because AJ's getting the bag. But what I've got to say is this, and this is what I've got to say is when is the bag enough? Because AJ's got enough.
So Max Waller, thank you for the £5 donation. He said Deontay Wilder should play Deontay Wilder in the Tyson Fury movie. I'm taking liberties. Bro, you don't just make me laugh, but you don't give me a joke. Marco,
thank you for the £5, Marco.
You paid £5. I'm not too sure about this comment. He said a white dude boxed up a man, black up. Let's get over it, boys. For F's sake, boxing news. I really don't know where you're coming. I don't know what angle you're coming from. If you're trying to, I don't know. Again, you're bringing this race thing into it. Like we're not talking like, and I don't get the angle, to be honest with you, because we ain't talking about color. We're just talking about a boxing match.
Listen, number one is this. I'm going to be real with you, yeah? I've said this earlier, and obviously, Marco, you weren't on it. When you're dealing with culture, the culture is boxing,
Yes. Yeah.
right? The participants, it doesn't matter what color they are. Demonstrate to me that you understand that of the sweet science, and I'm a fan of you. I don't care of your skin tone, because that is not my synergy. The energy that you are giving off is that you represent and respect the sweet science so much that you can demonstrate it. So I love Tyson Fury over someone like a Deontay Wilder, because Deontay Wilder is not demonstrating to me the sweet science. Period. And the bitching after the fight, when Tyson Fury went to go and congratulate him, he said, nah, I don't respect you, move. Right? When he did that, even more so, made me just realize that you trying to turn the sweet science into bitter nonsense. So let's move on.
Yeah. Man said, even though they paid, ignore the nonsense. It's true.
No. We have to. I'm not going to ignore them. We have to deal with them because show them, like, listen, this is not about that.
Yeah, money don't come easy.
Yeah, so it's so easy. You know what I mean? You know, let me tell you this now. I'm going to be real with you. The easiest excuse is to put it down to race. And you think you're going to be blinking to looking at everything on race because you think, yeah, listen to me, yeah? Racism, as Baba Tunde said yesterday, is not our problem because we're not racist. So when people are like, someone's just taking their hard-earned £5, you know what I mean?
You can't, bro. Even though man paid ignore, no, brother, we're not gonna ignore you.
You pay the thing to the thing. Right. Thank you very much, Joss BFC. You know what I mean? Unbiased channel, love it. Keep it up, real 100. Yeah. Thank you very much, my friend Terry Banks.
Yes, sir. Big up Terry Banks.
Okay, HP Source says Wilder brought race into it.
Did he? I don't know.
Listen to me. I have not experienced life in Alabama. Yes. I'm going to be real with you. I haven't, right? But I do know.
Sorry. Man said give the div back his $5.
No, sir.
Yeah, no, sir. Money, brother.
Bro, you know I mean? When I order my Uber Eats later, that $5 is going towards it, bro.
That $5 was buying me Jamaican patty at a festival.
No, Tunde, I need some good fufu.
No, brother, you can't get fufu. You can't pay £5 and get fufu and a goosey. No, brother, we get a Jamaican patty.
I've never paid for food through my life, bro.
For £5, you could get a Jamaican patty and a festival and some saltfish, but you can't even get that for £5. You can't get nothing for £5 in Nigeria.
No, it's £10 straight. It's $9.99 you see on the board.
Come on. Anyway, yes, so hi Tunde, respect to the Peacock community. There you go. Even though we're not Peacock. But yeah, big up Peacock, Martin Bowers, and the boys.
Peacock is finished, Tunde.
Listen, don't start your nonsense. UFO pickup, he says. Wilder's ancestors failed him. He brought them up, not me. Well, you see, you might have turned this thing into a joke.
Right, listen to me. Listen to what I'm saying to you this year. Wilder's ancestors never failed him. Wilder is a multi-millionaire. Man made 10 successful defenses of the world heavyweight crown. Right? His ancestors never failed him.
Hold on. No, this is a good point. Tyson was named after a black man. Don't think his family is racist.
Done the argument. And the next thing. You see the second fight? The second fight. You see Mike Tyson going nuts at ringside for Tyson Fury. Right? So this is what I'm trying to say to you. This is the thing when we're dealing with culture. We're not dealing with nothing else. We're dealing with culture. And like I said, I speak to John Fury regularly, you know. That man showed me bare love. Right?
He's a fight, man.
He's a fight. He knows the thing. He knows the thing.
Bro, Tyson Fury's got all dub plate from Yardman.
Oh, thank you very much.
Come on, man. Listen,
I've done the talk.
Anyway, we want to get off this race thing because we're not on that. We're just all positive. We're here to talk about our culture, which is boxing.
Thank you.
And what lies ahead for Deontay Wilder. We've said that there are so many options for Deontay Wilder as long as he wants to continue. But I mean, in your mind, Spencer, he needs a long rest.
He does. He does.
Long rest.
He does. He needs
big up T-Go Blacks. I see you, bro. Thank you, my man. Fury Shayna is a black man. Only positive vibes around here. Bradley Doty. So, listen, you're always going to get a group of people that just want to make excuses. If they don't use God as an excuse, they use color as an excuse. And they're using color as an excuse when it's quite clear this man has got blacks around him. So I don't know. I just think that we get away. I just think every time we talk about the race thing, we're getting away from what we're here to talk about, which is pure boxing. And Saturday night.
Wait a minute. Let me just pick up Etienne, right?
Yes, Etienne.
For what did he send? He sent in ZAR, 14 ZAR. Thank you so much.
Big up Jay Woods.
Etienne from South Africa. So I got big up Etienne.
Yes, sir.
That's about a tenner. A little over £10.
There's so much less talking about the race thing, but you see, this is what I'm saying. I ain't got
time to talk about it.
We ain't got time to talk about the race. This ain't no, it's not that. We ain't on that. We're here to keep cracking jokes, talk about the we love.
All right, listen. I'm going to say this. Douglas, big up yourself. You got to put up Etienne as well, right? It's on there. Etienne came in at 8.54. Right, okay. Douglas, Spencer, I got a picture with you at the Boxing Awards Mills a couple years ago. Didn't know about your podcast with Tunde before. Now I do. Douglas, thank you very much. I don't know what boxing dinner is, bro. I'm going to be real with you. I take loads and loads of pictures with loads of different people. But you know what? Thank you for... Well, Tunde knows that I'm famous. From I used to take Tunde to the dance hall and everyone's just calling me out on the mic.
Big up Spencer Fearon. When did Etienne come with his comment? I didn't see it.
8.54.
8.54.
Yep. And Etienne sent in 14 ZAR, which is about 10 quid. But he says, all that Etienne's saying, he says... see you helped AJ by ending round 8. Here we go.
Oh, we didn't put this.
There we go.
You guys stick to super chats after the racial one. Okay. Well, Roland Curtis, I didn't see that. I'm looking for them, but that's your one there, up Roland. Big up. The things that, you know what, the screen, usually we got Gary to do with this.
Yeah.
Gary's not.
I'm going to punch Gary in his mouth soon, the man with the camera.
I do. Okay. Etienne Zar.
Yep.
14 Skrilla. You see the help AJ by ending round. Oh, you see they helped AJ by ending the round with 8 seconds to go.
They did end the round with 8 seconds to go. They did end the round with 8 seconds to go. Right? Regardless, he wasn't going to get stopped then anyway. Reason being, it was 8 seconds to go. If it had got knocked down within the rules of the governing bodies of the WBA, that the count stops after you get knocked down. Like if the bell goes,
yes,
they don't count. So you could have got knocked out. It wouldn't have made no difference. Similarly, we have to go back to 1990 when was it? I think it was Michael Hunter, or Mike the Bounty Hunter White. Yeah, it was Michael Hunter's dad. He got knocked out by Michael Mora, and he went down, and the bell went at the end of the 10th round, and it should have been a knockout, and they stopped the fight. And I think that was on the undercard of Mike Tyson versus Alex Stewart or Henry Tillman. I think I could be mistaken, but I think. But yeah, it is what it is.
This is Mr. Will Guitar. He said, easy, Spencer. Just seen the cast now. Great stuff. Great. Shot the Danny fight in Vegas, if you recall. Was impressed with Fury 3 times now.
You know what? You have to be impressed with Fury. How can you not be impressed with him?
Yeah, definitely. Man said Wilder's still sleeping now. Man said Jake Paul's a better technical fighter than Wilder.
Holding a teddy. But you see, like with those kind of things, I don't like those things still. I'm not gonna be rude.
Nah, at all. It's not funny. And as I said yesterday, listen, these men put their lives on the line for others entertainment. So with all the jokes and everything, it really isn't that funny, to be honest with you. But we try to see the lighter side of things, even though there really is no lighter side because it's such a serious sport. But big up you guys, show. You lot missed the first super chat, but it is where it is. Crawford, the best pound for pound in the world, as I feel he is ahead of Canelo. I didn't see the first super chat, but if you done it, I'm gonna scroll through it again, brother, and look for it. This is from Adejanwo Joshua. Big up Uncle Tunes. Hey, yes, sir. Big Spence. Love the representation. Keep up the good work. Where would you rank Wilder versus Fury trilogy? I can't say that word. In the best boxing trilogies of all time. Where would you rank it, Spence?
Would I rank it? Good one. All right, let's go spin it now.
Frank Warren said it's the best fight he's ever seen. Best heavyweight fight he's ever seen.
Yeah, but if Eddie Hearn promoted it, he would have said that, right? So, right. Let's just be real now. Let's keep it 100.
No, but it was a
wicked fight.
That was the best heavyweight fight I've seen.
I told you, I've watched that fight about 20 times,
That is the best heavyweight fight. I don't
business. And the rounds go quick,
Bro,
the rounds go quick.
The fight.
Let me be real with you. As a trilogy, it's not up there. As a fight, that last fight that we witnessed, that's one of the best heavyweight fights of all time. We have to say, as a trilogy, the number one trilogy is Ali versus Frazier, period. Reason being is because the Thriller in Manila, October of 1975, is ranked as the greatest heavyweight fight of all time. Right? That fight's up there. That fight, but because unfortunately, there was two greats fighting there, and it was two greats at the tail end of their career that gave it everything they had inside of them. But the Wilder Fury is up there. It's very high because Ingemar Johansson went to America and fought Floyd Patterson. Floyd Patterson at the time was the youngest ever heavyweight world champion at 21 years old. It was beaten by Mike Tyson. Famously, he was trained by the same man in Castamare, right? When he beat in 1956, when he knocks out Archie Moore in 6 rounds. Now, he fights a man called Ingemar Johansson, and Ingo's bingo because he has some big, horrible right hand on him. He knocks him out.
Spence, before you go on with the history lesson, big up, because I don't want these men to start cussing me that I'm not putting up this.
Put them up straight.
Big up Orisis MMA for the $8.99. He said, why is Dylan fighting Wallen? Is that fight for a mandatory spot? If White has any sense, he will cancel the Wallen fight and go face Fury. Money on White to lose against Wallen, and I'm a White fan. That's an interesting point. Is it an actual mandatory, Spence?
Well, the WBC, Mauricio Sullivan has said that the winner of that fight, is Tyson Fury has to defend against them. Tyson Fury's been given 30 days. 30! I mean, 27, 28, 29, 30 days he's been given to either fight the winner of Wallen White or fight Usyk. So Dylan White's in a very, very good position to end up challenging for the WBC. But I could see them making Tyson Fury the super champ in the WBC, and then he vacates the WBC crown and Dylan White becomes the WBC champion. That's what I could see happening, because I don't think Tyson Fury is going to fight Dylan White, even though I'd like to see that fight happen.
For real? You think he'll swerve that fight?
I don't think he'll fight him. You know what? I just think all he wants to do is unify. So let him go and fight Usyk, but yet again, Anthony Joshua has moved in on his clause. So Anthony Joshua has activated the clause in his contract for the rematch, the immediate rematch against Usyk. Right. I hear from very strong through the grapevine that Anthony Joshua now is looking to shuffle up things in his camp.
Wait, where's my water? Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for the
David Wright, thank you very much for the £1.
Water on here. Yeah.
You know what? Let me just tweet out this thing as well.
Doesn't it go on your Twitter straight away?
Yeah, it's on it, but I'm going to tweet it out. I'm going to tweet out the link.
So said you redeem yourself, Spence.
Who?
Spencer into 1922. Well, we all know Spencer is living in some different era because Spencer just knows everywhere or every day.
I'm saying I was saying with Floyd Patterson, and they fight from 1959 to they have 3 fights together to 1961.
Nassar says Salam Bros, Ali Fraser, Bo Holyfield, and Marquez Barrera, my top trilogies. Still can't say that word properly.
You know what? Like I said, it's up there. It is really up there because it was a wicked fight. But you know what? I'm saying to please anyone, just go watch Bo Holyfield 1. Right? November of 1992. Go watch that fight again.
Great fight.
You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, go watch. You know what I mean? If you're talking about trilogies, but it's up there. It's up there, but not so much in to say like it was a great fight. The first fight with Wilder and Fury weren't a great fight. There was a great anticlimax in the fight because Fury got knocked down and then you just got like the Undertaker, but it was an okay fight.
All right, so name 3 fights for Wilder now.
3 fights for Wilder.
Yes.
I would say for Wilder, Joseph Parker would be a good fight for him.
Good fight. Good fight, Spence.
Yeah, good fight for him. I would say, but really, truly, for him on a comeback, I would say off of the bat, fight Derek Chisora, then fight Joseph Parker.
Well, Derek Chisora and Joseph Parker got some unfinished.
Yeah. So we'll fight the winner of Joseph Parker and
Uzi Zan said Tunde would bruck up Wilder. Come on, bro. You couldn't do one of them swinging thing with me because I just what up.
Tunde.
I don't want to get hit by Wilder. That's
He'll knock you into tomorrow, rock.
Trust me, he definitely would. I'm not gonna disrespect Wilder.
It's the 3 fights. The 3 fights that I would like to see Deontay Wilder would be the winner of Joseph Parker and Derek Chisora. First fight.
Yes.
Yeah. Then I would like to see him in with Anthony Joshua.
No.
I'd like to see that fight. I'm gonna be real with you. Right? Mm-hmm. Then I'd like to see if you got through the winner of that, I'd like to see him in with Anthony Joshua, then see him in with whoever's got the title. Whoever got the title other than Tyson Fury to build himself up. They're the 3 fights.
A man said Wilder would knock Tunde back to Lagos. Oh, 7-8 people still with us. Please press the like button. Come on, you see the shoulder roll on Uzi. Well, I see what's going on. They can't test me. But anyway, so no, I would actually like to see, as you said, number 1, the winner out of Parker Chisora.
That'd be a good fight, man.
Then I think the next fight he should take after that. Andy Ruiz.
Yeah.
And then following into that, then we get the AJ fight. Okay. And by that time, by the second fight, we would actually have seen
what he's got left.
Yeah, absolutely. Because if you can't beat the winner of Chisora and Wilder, I'm saying no disrespect to those guys, but they've always just come up just below top tier, then, you know, what else really? Dylan, I think, would do a number because Dylan's beaten both Chisora and Parker. So then after that, I think a fight between Dylan or AJ would be a great fight, a great third fight for Deontay Wilder on a comeback. Wilder kills those guys. Well, according to Tyson Fury, he said he's the number one, and Tyson is, and Wilder is the number two best heavyweights out there. What about a Coley? Would he be a good heavyweight? I think it'll be a bit.
I reckon a Coley will be a very, very good heavyweight.
Yeah.
Yep. He's got a right hand on him, and more than the right hand, he's got belief.
Yes.
He's a very confident individual. I believe, like, he's learning little bits right now. We've got 774 people in the chat. You don't want to start pressing that like button some more, you know, because you're just winding me up.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I believe anyway.
Someone, I see something about Vikas. He says, love AJ, but 1D, one-dimensional. I wouldn't say that. He showed he's not one-dimensional in the rematch with Ruiz. He showed he can have a fight with Klitschko after getting put down on the canvas. No, AJ's not one-dimensional by any means. He definitely can fight. Coley laid out AJ casually in sparring. Is that true?
I've heard that, but I don't even know if that's true because it was just before he turned pro. That rumor came out, and he signed to 285 promotional and management group. So I think that could have been a ploy to just raise his profile.
Okay, that's not really nice. That's not really you're putting that kind of thing on out there in the atmosphere. That's not good. That's not a good look.
Well, I'm just saying what I'm saying, bro.
I saw someone say Dylan was laughing at Wilder again. That Dylan give me joke, you know. I don't know what, bro. Man shouldn't laugh at no one, to be honest, in this thing here, because, you know, that was again a hellacious beating, and Wilder is actually gonna have to settle himself and come back. And I want to see if he's what up, Spencer. What, you giving money to your own show?
Yeah, why not? I'm just on the phone now. I was just sending it out and sort of thing come out. I said, let me just send some money in.
But that's going back into your own pocket, though. That's the trick.
No, it's not, because that should be divided by 3.
Yeah. I'm getting some of that $4.99, $4.49. Big up Spencer. You see, this is what I love. Man putting back in his own thing. That's it. There you go. What else do we have here? Some would say he got clotted.
You know what? Also, you guys on the live, subscribe, because we've gone up by, in the last day, 260 new subscribers. Subscribe to the team, bro.
Yes. How much easier?
Roland Curtis.
Thank you for the $49 again, $4.99. Roland Curtis says, how much easier has Deontay Wilder become to beat? Will not every fighter from now on target Deontay's left ear? Wilder's defense is wanting. Well, that is a very, very great point. It's obviously an area which I think they should they should spend about a good 6 months just continuously, repetitively working on defending the right hand. Whether it's from a duck, a slip, a slide, a shoulder, there's got to be some movement, you know, that stops the right hand coming, because there just wasn't nothing there. And I can't believe that someone can have that much belief in their power that they just totally neglect every other possible asset they could use in boxing. I think he needs a defensive trainer. Yeah. Man said Wilder needs to hire me. Bro, I'm telling you, bro. He wouldn't be getting clapped with no right hand, because we just work on that. And it don't need to be me, it could be anybody. Because I think if you focus on that, then, you know, over time we will get it. But then again, we all go back to the same thing, which is how much can you teach Wilder at this stage of his career?
1,000,000%. I'm just on Twitter, too. seeing what's
Okay.
going on.
Okay. Wilder has spaghetti legs. Well, listen, it didn't really. I mean, listen, when we're talking about these legs, but them legs helped him 41 times.
Listen, talk about legs, or you want talk about his this, or you want. I mean, trust me, the guy's serious. Got mad
Yeah, I mean,
power, and
you
he's
know, all right,
defended the
all
world
right.
heavyweight title 10 times.
We can say he's got no fundamental game,
It
but
don't matter.
no one were talking about that. To be honest with you, it's just that when we done the breakdown and we looked at, well, I didn't need the breakdown. When I saw him in New York, I was like, nah, this guy cannot box, but he's got almighty punch.
Okay, I'm just seeing certain boys are doing their lives as well right now.
Who that?
With their 200 people on their team.
Who that? Them boy there.
Yeah, I'm seeing boxing egos do this thing. He kind of gone quiet all of a sudden. Boxing ego. I see right up his mouth on Tyson Fury.
Yeah, they all have to just relax now, because Tyson Fury has just silenced all the doubters. And I think it'd be a fool to bet against Tyson Fury, because even my brethren's like, bro, I'm not betting against Tyson Fury again. When I was talking to him, he said, I bet against him in Klitschko. The man beat up a man. He said, I bet against him for the first and second Wilder fight. He said, I'm not betting against him this time.
You can't. You just got to keep this real.
God's Will's King, thank you for the £5 donation, sir.
Come on, man.
Wilder's power will always bail him out, but he's done at top level. His punch resistance is gone. Happened to Roy Jones when he got KO'd.
Interesting.
That's quite a good point.
Interesting. Roy Jones got knocked out in, what was it?
The Tarver knockout was the one that
knockout after him beating John Ruiz at heavyweight, then coming down. What was that? That was March of 2003, right? So, but no, I don't think so, because with Roy Jones, the punch resistance thing, when he tried to take off that weight, remember he bulked up to go to heavyweight. He came in, he fought that fight at 190.
Yeah.
It was an incredible. In fact, I'm going to watch that fight tonight. Trust me, just like, because that was an incredible performance. And then,
go on, sir.
No, I don't think like his punch resistance is gone. I just think his resistance against Tyson Fury is gone.
Yeah, it's a good one here. Wilder is built like Hearns, and style is similar.
No, his style's not similar to Tommy Hearns. All right.
I put it up because I wanted to hear what you had to say.
Right. He's not. You're disrespecting Tommy Hearns. And that's that. A matter of fact, I tell you guys now, go and watch Tommy Hearns. What was it? Yeah, I think it was October 27th against Juan Roldan of 1987, when he wins the WBC title, becomes the first man in history to become a 4-weight world champion. Here is a man that went up from welterweight to junior middle to light heavyweight and then back down to middleweight. Tommy Hearns was a G. Don't compare Wilder to Tommy Hearns. Tommy Hearns had boxing fundamentals, knew how to throw. Tommy Hearns, you couldn't get past his jab. He'd just do this all day and push at the jab. And the good thing is this, is now that Tunde Ajayi is working with my old trainer now inside their camp in James Cook. James Cook used to model himself on Tommy Hearns that he'd pop out the jab. You know what I mean? Tommy Hearns had a serious jab. Deontay Wilder ain't got a proper jab. So there's no comparison. The only comparison between Tommy Hearns and Deontay Wilder is that their skin tone, they both got skinny legs. That's it.
Yeah, I think that's where the comparison was coming from. Naze said, Tunde, is the shoulder roll good or not good for heavyweights? Well, I mean, I don't think there's many trainers that will teach their, certainly not in this country, teach heavyweights the shoulder roll, but why not? It's all right. And you can just say that, listen, Tyson Fury was shoulder roll. I see Tyson Fury shoulder roll. But it's just that it's not something you ordinarily would see. Whether you would teach it, if I actually trained a heavyweight, I'll teach him to shoulder and clap a man with a counter right hand. Why not? Why not? Just because it ain't been done, don't mean it can't be done. But ordinarily, you wouldn't. Most people, most trainers wouldn't teach about. You know me. I like to try something which someone hasn't done. So, but yeah, I wouldn't say it's good or not good. I just think that not many people have tried it. But
Exactly.
having said that, it depends. You know, that Michigan style, you know, where it come from or originated. I don't know. Do you know any heavyweights in years gone by that kind of adapted that kind of style?
That
Spence?
shoulder roll.
Yeah.
We just spoke about, because you talk about trilogies. There were two men that fought each other for the world heavyweight title 4 times. In
Yes.
Ezzard Charles.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Right, Ezzard Charles versus Jojo Walcott. Jojo
Yeah.
Walcott used to shoulder roll all the time.
All the time.
Right, Ezzard Charles used to shoulder roll all the time. See, them man were wizards of this sporting thing. So, and they were heavyweights then. They were big income, like you're talking like in the 40s, because they fought from, I think it was from 47 up to 51, right? That man was shoulder rolling all the time.
Yep. Jack Johnson was shoulder rolling, bro.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. If I had a heavyweight, I'll teach him that. But that's
right, you have to shoulder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right, you have to shoulder.
As an addition, obviously, you know, if the heavyweight is comfortable.
Go watch the 1955 fight between Rocky Marciano and Archie Moore. Yeah? Archie Moore shoulder Rocky Marciano and clap it with the right hand.
Yeah, bro, trust me. Before I forget, let me just say and take my hand out for an incredible British title fight the other night between Ted Cheeseman, Cheeseman, and the Trojan. What's his name?
Troy Williamson.
Troy Williamson. Bad man fight. What a fight that was.
That man earned their keep.
And after clap Troy.
That man earned their keep. But you know what? We've known Ted since a little baby. So, you know what I mean?
I don't like to see Ted.
Exactly. It hurt me. But Ted's a good guy. He sent out a message to his supporters. He sent a message to his supporters. And yeah, just big up Ted. You know what I mean? Big him up.
Big up Ted. I hope you're well and safe and your family, and you know, have a rest and consider your next move. But you know, I think you've had about 3 fight of the years. That ain't good, fam.
Yeah.
Bro, 3 fight of the years, they take their toll, and he's still a young man. He's only 26 years young, so much he can do for him after boxing. I'm not saying he should retire. That's going to be his choice, but you know, that was a hell of a fight the other night there.
Yeah, Gavin N. Big up Country Don's on there as well. Big up Country.
Big up Country.
What's it? Here he goes. I just saw it. It was Kevin N saying he's Gerard.
The real deal. For the future.
He's the real deal.
Kevin N.
He's a good fighter. Yeah, you got him. He's a very, very Gerard Anderson, very good fighter, managed by James Prince. Right? He's a very good fighter. I just want you to know this.
Well, Tyson Fury says he's the next one.
Yeah, he's a very good fighter. Wilder is not a heavyweight. Who's this? Latif is saying Wilder is not a heavyweight. He's a cruiserweight, and he should get back to. Well, he should go back down to, and leave the heavyweights to the big boys. No, he's not. He's a heavyweight, or he wouldn't be heavyweight champion of the world.
Wilder looked. Lex Black said Wilder looked tired by the 6. That look in his face was not a good look. He actually looked tired by round 3.
Listen, the pressure.
And you're right. I don't like his face, his facial expressions. It's nah, Spence, bro. It just looks so despondent, like his head's down, and I don't know, man. You know, he really needs. Listen, this is their lives. You know, this is their lives. They've made their keep doing this thing here. I think the main thing is rest. He needs rest. Deontay Wilder needs rest before he makes his next move. And that's what I feel about Deontay. That's where I feel he should go. I feel before any decision.
So answer your WhatsApp. I'm on the line.
Here we go. Spencer, what are you doing? Delivery again? Yeah. He should just relax. But for Wilder next, I think, does he need to change his team? Like everyone always is saying that people need to change their trainer.
Dude, Wilder. Why does Wilder need to change his team? No,
yeah, I don't think it is. I think that was a great performance by him and the team. And I just feel there's nothing they could have done to beat Tyson Fury. They tried their best, and the best wasn't enough. Just that's it. Same team, keep the same team. If anything, bring in somebody. That's what you do. That's what the old school man them do. They don't just sack the trainer, bro. You bring in man to aid and assist and to add knowledge to your group. And if you're good enough, you'll win. And if you're not good enough, then you carry on and keep on moving. Deontay only fought chumps. Well,
look, man. I'm busy WBC champion.
Yep.
And I'll tell you again, I don't care that the man was older than my mum, but Ortiz weren't no chump.
Someone said, how comes no one asked Mike Tyson to be a trainer? You know why? Because Mike, if you're late for training, he'll bruck you up. Mike Tyson, to be a trainer, you have to have a lot of patience. Uzi said, wow, to bring Tunde in to teach him the L thing. You know that. Oh, no, what's that? Super chats, Maxwell. What's that? What's in that? I think that's What's Your Thoughts on David Haye still calling out Fury. Also, did
you see what John Fury said?
Oh, he said, also, where can I buy the crack that he's on? I'm asking for a friend. Bro, listen, David Haye needs to let it go. That's just the honest truth. He cannot realistically think that he has a chance with AJ or Fury or Wilder. You didn't beat Tony Bellew. So what are you talking about? That's just the facts. That's just the facts. And that lucky punch thing, that I don't think that can work with Fury or AJ and them man there. You've been out the ring a long time, David. You're doing well on commentary, but just let it go, because we don't want to see no one get hurt bad in this thing because they're running after money. Listen,
that fight would never happen. But when he did call him out, did you see Frank Warren? Well, we could sell that.
Yeah, trust me.
That would sell. That would sell,
It would sell, because David Haye's still a big draw.
It would sell, but he'd get hurt. But it would sell.
Yeah, and bro, David Haye's got children, bro. You don't need that.
It'd get hurt bad. I'm gonna try and find if I can find what John Fury said.
All right, we're gonna go for 3 more minutes, Spence. The people don't want to leave. Still 600, 700 people on this thing here. And we can talk boxing forever.
Forever, but I agree with you there, Tun, what you're saying.
The people was 30 minutes. I'm not saying. Foundational issues can't be fixed overnight, but over time. Great point.
Yeah.
Is AJ getting a new trainer? Not too sure. Prince Teddy says, get the lights get the likes up. Yes, sir. I agree. Haye owes Fury £1 million. But yeah, I think what can be said about Deontay Wilder this evening has been said. There are still fights out there for him. He still is a very entertaining fighter. Whether he wants to be on the tail end of performances like the other night continuously for the next 3 fights, that ain't good. Unless you're knocking out, man, I think you need to build a buzz again and have 2 tune-up fights. The old school fighters
most definitely.
The old school fighters used to have tune-up fights. Chavez, the great Julio Cesar Chavez.
Every minute they have warm-up fights too.
Every second against man that's 1-0.
Yeah, just I just want to fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cool.
Go and check his record. Fighting all man who's 0-6.
Yeah, I know. Just work out.
Yeah, just in Mexico, just to get little movement out. I don't see anybody really should complain if Wilder wants to. He's just lost 3 fights on the trot. You know, so yeah.
Lex Black says, fantastic show, positive vibes and prosperity always. Come on, you know what I mean? And back onto you, my brother from another mother. Keep on doing what you're doing.
That positive vibes straight to sender. Come on.
Yeah.
White Thunder, David A.K. No, please don't make me laugh.
Listen, man, ciao. Next question.
Any news on Ania's rematch, Tunde? They were supposed to announce it on Saturday. Hopefully we'll hear something this week, Sham.
Yep. Anyway, we've gone past the 1 hour 30.
1:30. Yep. But it's been great.
It's been great.
Spencer said that we should come out here on a Monday and just talk to the people again and ask the question, where do we think?
All right, 1 second. Let me just ask this question. Guys, just put BH said, what has Sam Jones done? ? Would you like to elaborate on that?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Sam Jones has not become promoter for the UK for Pro Bellum. Pro Bellum is this organization that's been set up. They've got their own commentators. They're building this new promotional group. I know the people behind it. And you know what? In this world, you reap what you sow. So he's gone out there, he's put his thing out there, and I believe that Sam Jones is going to be very, very well suited as a promoter, more than a manager. So, yeah, man, I wish Sam Jones all the best because he's a big support of anything that we do, Ton. So, big up Sam Jones.
Sam Jones is actually going to be a promoter?
Going to be a promoter, Ton.
Excellent.
Yeah, for Pro Bellum.
Okay, for Pro Bellum.
I'll tell you all the ins and outs of that later.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, Bobby Wright, thank you very much. Trevor Brown, big up yourself. Anonymous Dude 123 says, Lex Black, big up because you know what time it is. Nas A knows what time it is. You know what I mean? And like, we just got to keep on going. I'm going to be real with you. I could talk boxing forever. I'm just grateful that we're getting attraction. So I'm saying, Tom, let's just keep this up because I'm really, really enjoying this. And people in their yards in the evenings, and they want to hear us talk the thing.
Come on.
Simple.
Come on. I did read one last comment, a good comment. Where's it gone? From Guguria. He said, Mosley lost to Forrest twice. Forrest lost to Mayorga twice. Mayorga lost to Mosley twice. Styles make fights.
1,000,000%. And on that note, we end by Baba Tunde Ajayi saying,
we are on Spotify, Douglas. It is there. And my brother said it's the best boxing channel. We know it. JK, love it, guys. We end by saying, dream it, believe it, become it.
Come on down. Thank you guys so much for the positive vibes and all the rest. We'll be back most probably on Wednesday where we'll do the Tyson Fury what next for him.
Are you just requesting dates?
Right, I'll just do that now. The Tyson Fury was next for him, but
especially this coming up later. Anyway, go ahead. Yeah. No, you know what? We should do one. What next for Tyson Fury?
That's what I said.
Okay.
That's the next one.
I'm on that then. I'm on that.
So bless 2 fingers. We're out.
Wednesday at 8.